What's up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the JuiceBox presented by Lock City. It's Claw here today, and we'll have episode number 116 of the JuiceBox with an outlook into the Thursday MLB Slate. But before we get into it, just a reminder that you can join our premium tier Discord at wap.com/LockCity. For only $5 per month, this gets you access to every cheat sheet every day across all active major sports, access to premium picks from all 9 of our pro cappers, and tons of sports-specific and stat-specific data points on a daily basis to help you become a better sports bettor. That's wap.com/LockCity. Get instant access for only 16 cents a day. All right, let's get into it. First game of the day, we have the Athletics at the Tigers. Jeffrey Springs versus Dietrich Enns. I don't really know too much about this Dietrich Enns guy, to be honest. It's like he played a little in 2021 and 2017. He's thrown a career 26 innings and has 3.42 ERA. I would still lean the Tigers. I don't really trust Jeffrey Springs and the Tigers have been crushing lefties lately. They got 7 runs off of Heaney. They got 3 off Bailey Falter, 5 off Cade Povich, 4 off of Schuster, 5 off of Logan Allen. I'd take the Tigers here. Minus 168. I don't even mind the minus 1.5 at plus 124. There's a huge bullpen advantage for the Tigers as well. Next up, we have the Mariners at the Twins. Emerson Hancock versus Simeon Woods Richardson. Woods Richardson comes into this one 2-4, 5.06 ERA. His splits versus the Mariners are pretty good. 200 average with a very limited 15 at bats. Hancock on the road recently has struggled. At the Cubs when it was 100 degrees and like 20 miles blown out, he gave up 9 runs. So it might be a little bit of an outlier. I mean, he did go to Arizona, only let up 2 runs. At San Diego, only 1 run. At Boston, 2. At Cincy, 2. So he's been pretty good outside of a blow-up start here. I just don't really like either team in this one. I'd probably play the over 8.5 if I had to play anything. I just don't believe in either of these pitchers, and I think that we can get some runs in this one. Next up, we have the Blue Jays at the Guardians. Kevin Gausman versus Tanner Bybee. Gausman comes into this one 4.66 ERA on the road. Last few road starts, 4 earned runs at Philly, 3 earned runs at the Twins. He did face the Guardians earlier this year. 6 innings, 1 hit, no earned runs, and 9 strikeouts. So he absolutely dealt versus them. Bybee, on the other hand, he faced Toronto earlier this year. 5 innings, 2 earned runs, 3 strikeouts. I don't really particularly like either side in this one, but I do think Gausman over 5.5 strikeouts has good value. At plus 125, I do like that. He just got 9 versus the Guards. I know they're not really a strikeout team, but over 5.5, he's also hit that in 5 of his last 7 games as well. 5 of the last 7 and 7 of the last 10. So, yeah, I do like that for Gausman here. Over 5.5 strikeouts. Next up, we have the Phillies at the Astros. Christopher Sanchez versus Hunter Brown. My favorite bet in this one is going to be Christopher Sanchez strikeouts here. You can play his strikeouts. Over 4.5 is minus 155, but I would even take it up to 6 at plus 135. The Astros recently versus lefties have some crazy strikeout numbers. Here, let me pull them up really quick. Ranger Suarez got 7. Kikuchi got 9. Jacob Lopez got 9. Chris Bubich got 9. There were a couple that starters they got to, but it was like J.P. Sears and Logan Allen. Two guys not really known for strikeouts. And I trust Sanchez. He's been a really good pitcher this year. See, he's gotten 5 strikeouts in 8 of his last 10 games. He's gotten 6 strikeouts in 5 of his last 10 games. So yeah, I think they're over 4.5 is really good now. So like the over 5.5. I think it's a sneaky good matchup here versus the Astros. Next up, we have the Rays at the Royals. We're going to come back to this one for the JuiceBox Lock of the day. But moving on, we have the Cubs at the Cardinals. Shota Imanaga versus Andre Palante. This is Shota's first start off the IL. So he hasn't pitched since May 4th. I'm sure he'll probably have some type of pitch restriction, but lefties have been doing pretty well versus the Cardinals. And on the other hand, Palante is just not really a guy that I'd want to back here. The Cubs have kind of owned him 303 average and 33 at-bats, so... but I also don't really want to back Shota in his first start back. I would lean the Cubs, but probably just stay off this one. Next up, we have the Dodgers at the Rockies. Clayton Kershaw versus Austin Gomber. I'll just play we don't really need to get too much into this one. The Rockies stink, and I like the Dodgers here. I just play the minus 2.5 if you want to play the Dodgers. I think Kershaw can have good success in this one here. He's looked pretty good this recently. 2 earned runs or fewer in 5 of his last 6 starts, and he's owned this Rockies lineup. 18 strikeouts and a 200 batting average and 60 career plate appearances. So yeah, I like the Dodgers in this one. Next up, we have the Marlins at the Giants. Jansen Junk versus Hayden Birdsong. The Marlins are going for the sweep here. They've won 4 of the last 5, and the Giants are looking to avoid the sweep. Junk probably is only going to go about 5 innings here before we see the Marlins bullpen. I would lean the Giants to get the win here, but at minus 180, I'm not going to play it. This game probably ends like 3-2 or 2-1. The Giants' offense is just not that great. All right, last game of the night is the Braves at the Mets. Grant Holmes versus Griffin Canning. Canning has 4.95 ERA at home this year. Last few home starts he's gotten kind of roughed up. 6 earned runs versus the Rays, 4 earned runs versus the Nationals, 3 earned runs versus the White Sox. And the Braves have great BVP versus him. They're batting .326 and a combined 46 plate appearances. Grant Holmes, on the other hand, he's looked pretty good recently. He went 5 2/3 shutout versus the Marlins. Went 6 1/3 versus the Rockies. Let up 2 runs, but struck out 15. His splits are worse on the road here, but I would still take the Braves here. I like them as an underdog at -105 here. They're just playing a lot better baseball. The Mets have lost like 10 of 12, and they're 1-5 versus the Braves this year. So I would just take the Braves again at -106. All right, now let's get to the JuiceBox Lock of the day. Let's go to the Rays and the Royals game, and we're going to take the Rays on the money line. The Rays are just a much better team here. They've won 4 of their last 5. The Royals have lost 4 in a row here, and like we talked about the other day, the Royals' offense at home is just terrible. They scored 1 run over the last 2 games here versus the Rays. And now they're throwing Michael Lorenzen out there. Today he's got a 4.81 ERA on the road, or on the season. Last few starts, he's kind of been all over the place. 2 earned runs versus the Padres, 3 earned runs versus the A's, 2 versus the White Sox, but a couple rough games. 7 earned versus the Cardinals and 6 earned versus the Reds. So I do think that the lefty bats of the Rays are going to match up pretty well here versus Lorenzen. And on the other hand, I think that Shane Baz can pitch pretty well here. He's been a much better pitcher on the road when he gets out of that small ballpark in Tampa. 3.57 ERA on the road. His last few road starts have been pretty good as well. 6 2/3 of shutout versus the Mets. 5 1/3. He did let up 3 earned runs versus Boston. 6 innings, 3 earned run versus the Astros. At the Padres, 7 shutout. I think that we just need to take the Rays here. Ride the hot team. Let's lock that in. Tampa Bay Rays on the money line, -130. And let's cash. And we'll see you all again here tomorrow. Peace.